Spanish authorities will never let Carles Puigdemont be reinstated as Catalan president. This is what his deposed Vice President Oriol Junqueras said today from prison. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. Responding in writing to a questionary from jail, Esquerra's leader says that the top priority for the pro-independence forces should be to form a government. But before that, a president needs to be sworn in. Talks continued today between the parties in favor of a Catalan state, as the Spanish government made it clear that direct rule of the country will continue as long as a new executive is not formed. Rajoy's cabinet also announced investments for the Barcelona and Girona airports. Here at Catalan News, we'll bring you all the details, and we'll tell you why Catalonia might be a good place to invest in the near future. The deposed Catalan president Oriol Junqueras has now been in a Madrid prison for more than 100 days, along with Minister Joaquim Forn and other pro-independence leaders Jordi Cuixart and Jordi Sánchez. Yet Junqueras is managing to play his role from behind bars. Amidst the discussions that pro-independence parties have been having on how to reinstate Puigdemont, Esquerra's leader hinted that any effort for that aim is hopeless.
Spain will never let Carles Puigdemont be president of Catalonia again. This is what the deposed Catalan Vice President Oriol Junqueras made clear today in an interview from prison. While Junqueras said Madrid will never allow Puigdemont to take office, the jailed leader of the pro-independence Esquerra party did not rule himself out as a potential president. Yet, he also said that he's ready to make sacrifices if needed. In a written response, the Esquerra party leader claims that the country's top priority right now is forming a government, so as to put an end to Madrid's direct rule of Catalonia. Puigdemont's Junts per Catalunya candidacy and Esquerra are now in talks to find a formula for the investiture of a president. But while the former has proposed amending a law to enable swearing Puigdemont in at a distance, the latter insists that forming an executive is the most important thing.
I a més, si no en tenim prou amb resoldre un tema que és la investidura, sinó que a més ha d'incloure doncs, un pla de govern, un govern efectiu i un pla de legislatura. Per tant, estem intentant encaixar moltes coses alhora i estem segurs que ho aconseguirem.
Between the pro-independence and the unionist blocs in Parliament, the Catalunya en Comú party agrees that forming a government is the most urgent thing, and that differences between Esquerra and Junts per Catalunya do no good.
I que ara mateix el que estem veient, malauradament, és un país que està amb l'ai al cor, per guerres fratricides entre partits polítics.
Until a candidate is sworn in as president, a government cannot be formed. And until that happens, direct rule of Catalonia will not be lifted. This is what the spokesman for the Spanish executive confirmed today. He said that Madrid will block Puigdemont's bid for president and also any formula to symbolically legitimize him, thereby to some extent corroborating Junqueras' remarks on the candidacy of the deposed president.
One of the arguments Spanish authorities have used to reject Puigdemont's bid is that he's in Brussels. The deposed Catalan president says he's in exile, claiming he would not get a fair trial in Spain. For decades, Catalan leaders have had to flee the country, although in very different circumstances. And this weekend, it was Exile Day, when many took part in an event to pay tribute to the citizens and politicians exiled after dictator Francisco Franco took power following the Spanish Civil War. The Parliament President Roger Torrent was there and said that the Madrid takeover of the Catalan government last October is putting initiatives that were aiming to recover historical memory in danger. The exile tribute was held in Prats de Molló, in French Catalonia. This is one of the towns that hosted thousands of refugees in the late 1930s. Two commemorative plaques were unveiled during the event. One remembering the thousands who died in exile, and another to thank Prats de Molló for hosting those fleeing Franco's fascist regime. Recently, it seems that the main scenario for Catalan politics has been in Spanish courtrooms. Leaders have been jailed, others are out on bond, many remain under investigation or have been warned that they cannot vote on certain matters. Judicial decisions are influencing many Catalan politicians, and it seems that this will continue as the year advances. According to reports from two newspapers, the Spanish Supreme Court is planning to finish its inquiry of the independence case next month. And in April, say the reports, the judge is likely to bar many politicians from office. This includes Puigdemont, his Vice President Junqueras, and other MPs that played a role in the referendum. Then, Spain might also reactivate the European arrest warrant against the Catalan leaders taking refuge in Brussels. The trial might be held in October, lasting 1 month, and the sentence, one that could carry up to 30 years in jail for some, might be made known in December. Before that, though, more pro-independence leaders have been summoned to appear in court for the first time. Mireia Boya from the CUP party will testify on Wednesday.
Hem vist que no serveix de res abjurar de la ideologia pròpia per evitar la presó. I jo m'estimo més anar de cara i anar sense por.
Catalonia will be the best region in Southern Europe for foreign investment this year and the next. This, according to the FDI magazine, owned by the Financial Times Group. The criteria for this recognition include economic potential, human capital, connectivity, and business climate. The country is also topping the ranking for regions in Southern Europe with the best strategy to attract foreign investment. The network of around 40 offices around the world to promote Catalan economy, now investigated by the Spanish Court of Auditors, might have contributed to this very good result.
Business prospects in Catalonia are looking good for the coming years. In fact, the country has been ranked as the best region in Southern Europe for foreign investment in the years 2018 and 2019. And it's not the first time it's made the list either. For 2016 and 2017, it also came out on top in the FDI Strategy Award, a ranking carried out by the Financial Times, considered to be one of the most prestigious in the world. Out of 450 regions and cities analysed in South Europe, Catalonia came first, ahead of Madrid, Lombardy, Istanbul and Lisbon. Just a couple of examples of foreign investment in the country include the massive multi-million euro project by Hard Rock. In the Tarragona region, the company will build a massive leisure complex, including a casino. The multinational Amazon also recently opened a warehouse in a town just outside Barcelona. Incorporating robot technology at the facility, hundreds of new jobs were also created for the country. The American company also plans to build offices in the capital. Catalonia's Secretary of Enterprise and Competitiveness, Joana Reggio, said the country has a privileged geostrategic position, a strong industrial base, and an economy that is open to the world and highly innovative. Indeed, the ranking also put the country at the forefront of regions considered to be large, that is with more than 4 million inhabitants, for having the best strategy to attract foreign investment in South Europe. North Rhine-Westphalia came in second, followed by Scotland, Lombardy and Emilia-Romagna, also in Italy. Barcelona also recently came fifth in European cities for innovative ecosystems, making it a startup hub. The mobile app sector accounts for some 55% of the total of startups in the city.
Also in business news, the airports in Barcelona and Girona will improve their capacity and connectivity in the near future. This is what the Spanish government pledged this morning in the Catalan capital. Girona airport passengers will have a high-speed train station within 500 meters. This will enable them to reach Barcelona much more quickly. The Spanish Minister of Public Works announced the construction of the new station today, although he did not clarify when it will be finished. The minister also announced investments in Barcelona's airport, including the expansion of a terminal to host exclusively intercontinental flights. The project will start in 2022. On Friday, we warned you to brace yourselves for a very lively carnival weekend in Catalonia. And this proved to be true, with parades, music and celebrations till the early hours of the morning in many towns. The coastal towns of Tarragona and Vilanova i la Geltrú were some of the highlights of the celebration.
One of the year's biggest parties took place this weekend, leaving a trail of glitter, confetti and hard candy in the street for Carnival. And while many chose to celebrate it in the Catalan capital, festivities took place all throughout the country. In southern Catalonia, Tarragona held a parade with its showy Carnival stars, or comparsas, from last year. Performers from the winning groups from last year danced through the streets to an awestruck onlooking crowd. This followed a Carnival Saturday of around 2,000 participants and around 30 comparsas, some of which will be chosen as this year's winners. But Carnival is about much more than winning, as even members from the comparsa group of the reigning Carnival King and Queen will tell you.
Ese es el significado del carnaval, ilusión, fantasía y disfrutar al máximo.
Another unique tradition happens in the southern town of Vilanova i la Geltrú. That's not hail you are hearing, it's candy. It all starts Sunday morning when comparsas walk the town in pairs, giving out sweets, finishing in the town square. Then at about midday the battle begins, with participants pelting each other with rainbow treats. Anyone can take part and there is some for everyone, just be careful of straight confections. This year the candy battle was a bit different, marked by the current political situation. The celebration was in fact preceded by a protest for the release of political prisoners against a backdrop of a large yellow ribbon. But the party is not over just yet. You have until Wednesday to let loose. Just remember to try to clean up after yourself because things can get a bit messy.
And that's all for us today. But before leaving, we want to take you deeper into Barcelona's culture from this weekend. There was a lot more going on than just the carnival. In fact, there was an international and inclusive performance at the city's renowned modernist concert hall, the Palau de la Música Catalana. Here, director of the London Symphony Chorus, Simon Halsey, led the Orfeo Català Choral Society along with over 400 singers from around the country in an awe-inspiring performance of Carmina Burana. See if you can recognize the melody. Enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow.